Hey, how you doing? I'm Casey. This is my first attempt at doing a video like this, so please excuse the sound quality. Pokemon has been a big presence in my life. My current collection of Pokemon spans from the Game Boy Advance to the Switch. Some of my Pokemon are keepsakes from my best friends that I've known for more than a decade. Pokemon games are fun no matter what, but the connectivity is really what holds them together. When I heard during Nintendo Treehouse 2019 that Sword and Shield won't be compatible with every Pokemon, I felt, well, a lot of people say they feel disappointed, but I think the best word for me is disenchanted. It's not the same for me anymore. In case you're not familiar with hashtag Bring Back the National Dex, here's the problem. See, every Pokemon game contains assets for every current Pokemon. This is why you connect games with different Pokemon in them. Sure, you can't catch them all in any one game, but you can bring them over from another game. Game Freak has decided to change this going forward. The only Pokemon we'll be able to bring into Sword and Shield are the ones that can already be caught in Sword and Shield. The assets for the other Pokemon just won't be in there. It's also likely that trading and battling with future games will be limited, if each game only supports separate Pokemon. This is something I haven't seen other channels talk about. If they keep making Pokemon games this way, we might never see anything like a real, complete Pokemon game with all the current Pokemon on it again. That's what enchants me about Pokemon. This amazing, interconnected Pokemon world, where your Pokemon can travel freely between the regions of one generation. When I transfer my Pokemon to a new game, it's like making that game a new chapter of my journey with the Pokemon. Honestly, I'm just not looking forward to splitting apart the collection that I started 16 years ago just because some of them can't transfer to Sword and Shield. I don't want to separate Pokemon that I've raised as a team, sometimes across multiple games. So, why did they make this decision? I see this as one part of a bigger shift in the Pokemon Company that will decide how Generation 8 pans out. Here's how I think it will go. Bear in mind, Game Freak could patch the games, or do any number of things to change the way it looks right now. So, these are all just theories. Without the assets for every Pokemon, they literally can't make games with different Pokedexes compatible with each other. Without having to worry about compatibility, they can change anything from game to game. Generation 7 added 5 new Pokemon mid-generation. What was it? Stakataka, Blacephalon, Zeraora, Meltan, and Melmetal? Generation 8 can add as many Pokemon as they want, at the pace they want. They can completely rehaul the battle system, and it won't affect anything. Game Freak has plenty of practice converting Pokemon Go's Pokemon to Let's Go, and Gold and Silver's Pokemon to Sun and Moon. The downside of this is that Generation 8 titles might not be compatible unless they have the same Pokedex. Here's this example. Say your friends have Pokemon Big Freaking Sword, which has 30 new Pokemon or whatever, because Game Freak can add new Pokemon at whatever pace they want, thank you very much. You're not going to be able to battle them with your little Pokemon Shield, you know? If you want to stand a chance, you're going to have to go out and upgrade to Pokemon Big Freaking Shield. Alright, because only that will work with Big Freaking Sword. In Generation 8, I think compatibility will be simple. Sword trades with Shield. Let's Go Togepi trades with Let's Go Meryl. Big Freaking Sword trades with Big Freaking Shield. Or you can get a subscription to Pokemon Home, which lets you trade with any game for a price. Pokemon Home is actually a really cool idea. If we had an app like this sooner, we could have had universal trading across Pokemon generations a lot earlier. Like, imagine trading between Sun and Moon and Black and White. We could theoretically use Pokemon Home to trade between Sword and Shield and future games 10 years from now. That's the benefit of an external app. But Pokemon Home is a blessing and a curse. If I'm right, we'll need a subscription for Pokemon Home just to trade between future games with different Pokedexes. And if it's really the only way to connect certain games, it's safe to say that the subscription for Pokemon Home will be more expensive than Pokemon Bank. Basically, Pokemon Home will monetize a feature that was already part of the Pokemon games. and every Pokemon game since the beginning. So when we think about the dilemma that the Pokemon franchise is currently going through when it comes to keeping all their Pokemon, I think it's really a matter of how far can Pokemon stretch their original business model. Requiring multiple games to catch Pokemon was successful, right? But now we'll need multiple games just to use all of our Pokemon. And each one will cost the full price of a Nintendo Switch game. Pokemon Go's success really changed the Pokemon Company. And I think people have, obviously come to this conclusion. What appeared to be an April Fool's joke on Google Maps somehow evolved into a mobile juggernaut that made more money than the entire Pokemon series. See, it's not the main games that are getting the reboot. We've seen the signs. It's the Pokemon Company that's getting the reboot. Dun dun dun. Okay, forget Game Freak side projects. The new Pokemon Company has pillars. Business pillars, economic pillars. Different section of their company. Pillars. Let's Go is for kids and parents. Pokemon Go is for people on the go. Pokemon Home will hold your entire Pokemon collection. Pokemon Sleep will, I assume, consume your dreams and use them to create new Pokemon. I think that's what it does. Even Pokemon Shirts is coming to the US. After you wake up from Pokemon Sleep, you can put on a Pokemon shirt to wear during your Pokemon life. Geez, Pokemon, aggressive much? Eat your heart out, Amazon. The future is Pokemon. Okay, look. The argument can go both ways. On one hand, it feels wrong to stretch the Pokemon formula this much and pass the cost on to us. On the other hand, maybe this seems like a natural way to deal with an increasing number of Pokemon. Game Freak is actually going to face a real problem supporting every Pokemon in the future, and I can't tell them how hard their job is. One thing I can say is, if you want Game Freak to change their minds, don't start telling people what Pokemon to remove from the game. It'll only start arguments. And every Pokemon is someone's favorite Pokemon. Every Pokemon. Including Unown, including Burmy, including Stunfisk, Glameow, Politoed, Bidoof. Oh, you want to lose Bidoof? Do you know what would happen to the internet if there was no Bidoof? It would collapse. Anyway, don't let anyone tell you how to feel about Pokemon Sword and Shield. You're the only one who can make the choice whether or not to invest in Generation 8. Maybe removing Pokemon is one step too far for you. Or maybe you just want to support Game Freak in your favorite franchise. Both are valid. Honestly, through the making of this video, I've kind of gone from feeling upset to wanting to buy Pokemon Sword just to see where this is all going. Still, if I did want to skip Sword and Shield, it wouldn't be a bad thing. I'd just be doing what felt best for me, and that's okay. My name is Casey, and I hope you had a great day. Hey, do you like freight trains? Do you want freight trains every day? Then subscribe to Big Boss Railfanner. This guy is like a brother to me, and he goes out to the desert every day and records freight trains. Freight trains every day except weekends. If you want freight trains on your feed every day, then subscribe to Big Boss Railfanner. Do it. If you got anything from this video, tell me by pressing like. I don't make money from it, but it gives me validation from strangers. And we all enjoy that, right?